Welcome back to U.S. Farm Report, taking a deep dive into markets with Jim Emter with the Van On Company and Chip Nellinger with Blue Reef Agri-Marketing. Jim, I will start with you. Soy oil absolutely taking a nosedive overnight Wednesday into Thursday, continuing to be down Thursday. What is the story there?
Yeah, rumors EPA hitting the White House with their proposal, and the net result, 4.65 is a rumor mill, billion bushel right now, and that's a concern. So when you look to the status of where we're going, bean oil locked over 6 contracts, limit lower right now. That's weighing on the soybeans as well. Usage not as high as many in the bean industry wanted to see, and there's concerns over what can that progressively bring to the bean market. Is this rumor mill just that such thing? And it's sell the rumor, buy the fact? Or is this something where hopefully we get some calmer heads and see better bean business and bean results as a bean oil crush? Because again, we're going to need to see that crush demand to meet some of the USDA expectations that they gave us in the last report.
I mean, Chip, prior to this rumor that went through the market and caused prices to tank, soybeans were doing pretty good. But it pulled soybeans down, as Jim mentioned. But overall, when you look at WASDE, is there a positive story starting to brew with soybeans?
Yeah, you know what? Just when we thought we had some technical momentum to the upside and soy oil making, several month highs, as Jim mentioned, we got the rug pulled out from under us there. Also, the crush report showed a little bit higher soy oil stocks than expected. We just can't seem to get much going. I remember you and I, Tyne, a year ago, this past March at Commodity Classic, there was a rumor that the EPA was supposed to come out with a new, 45Z rules and guidance there. We're now 15 months past that and nothing. And so you just continue to kick the can in the case of the EPA. The rumors are that they're not going to be very good or what the market wanted. And so we just, had the rug pulled out from under us. The case of the USDA reports, we finally had a little bit of friendly news there, but certainly the corn market didn't react bullishly to what should have been a fairly friendly number there on Monday.
Yeah, Chip mentioned it. It should have been a friendly number. It was not bearish. So why then, Jim, does this corn market seem stuck? Why is it so down?
Yeah, I think you got to look at two things here. When you look to the weather forecast, that shifted. We had just came out of a period where you've seen a lot of the central and northern plains in very hot weather, setting record temperatures daily. Now we're going to come in behind an aggressive planting pace and forecasts of big acres and put rain on this crop. So for the moment, we're kind of looking at a seasonal time frame here as we focus on this mid-May area where corn can get down in the dumps. We generally know that the best seasonal up is just ahead of us. So if we're going to come put rain on this crop, you've got a market that's setting back a little bit. The secondary thing is these trade expectations and conversations that are around. We need actual deals. We just don't need China to back off. We need them to come with some business here as we work ahead. And right now, we've just got only a couple that have firm agreements and none of them really coming into the corn market. The third piece here is the Brazil crop. We've got a big Brazilian crop coming. CONAB confirmed that again this morning with their expectations growing on their crop. So that's really the trifecta that gives the bear the upper hand right now. Let's go find a low and then tying from there. I think we're going to see some better circumstances as we enter summer. They're just not right now for this corn market.
Chip, do you agree, or do you think we've already seen the highs in corn already?
No, I agree with Jim. I think he hit the nail on the head there. The market is looking way ahead of itself right now. I think the planting pace here that we saw earlier this week on Monday being north of 60% got the market thinking everything's perfect. In reality, we've never raised 181 bushel yield. The demand number is pretty big. You factor that in with some weather uncertainty going forward, and you could see a much different look and feel in this market by midsummer. The other thing is planting progress. A lot of producers, have trouble with corn coming out of the ground. We've got producers south of Interstate 70 in Illinois and Indiana that literally just this week got their first seed in the ground. So it's less than favorable in a lot of areas, but the market looks at that 60+% planted window and the weather and thinks everything's perfect and a record crop's coming. I think that's a little bit of a stretch at this point.
All right, well, with the changes in WASDE, do we need every acre of soybeans planted that USDA currently has penciled in? Do we need a record yield? We're going to ask our marketing analyst that right after the break.